My daddy wrestled a lion and saved my life last night. My daddy is not the lion wrestling type. Actually, he's more of the, I look good for my age, but after 20 years in the Navy, I got my butt a desk job kind of guy. He's a Libra, balanced, not prone to wild fits of frenzy like fighting off 300-pound felines. My dad and I don't talk much. When we do, it's all pleasantries and fluff. The last word in every conversation is a trembling domino, terrified of being the one to start the collapse. We're both so afraid that this house of cards we've built on our laps will fall. He and I are sort of like black ice. We look just fine on the surface. But every now and then I pray for a large gaping wound to expose the blood. I try not to ask my father for things like money or time or love. That heavy no always falls on my chest, breaks stuff, and I'm out of crazy glue. But please do not mistake this for a "my daddy wasn't there" poem, because he was. And when my mother vanished in a puff of crack smoke, my disabled brother and I ate because my dad worked. He made it possible for me to grow up a middle-class black girl in a city where military money made kids think we were rich. But somewhere along the way, he forgot that princesses never stopped needing their daddies. And while there was no wicked witch, there was a Cinderella and a very human stepmother with fears of her own, and a home that was not big enough for the both of us, and a father who turned into a pillar of salt because I kept on looking back. And like the millions of things I've ruined in my life, I try not to think about that. But my daddy fought a lion for me last night. And I know it might not seem remotely likely, but lots of impossible things have been happening as of late, and it's starting to affect my sleep. Because on November 4th, Tuesday of that week, I went to bed, and when I woke up, a black man was president. I went to bed last night, and my daddy, graduated from college a year after me, married with 2 children at the age of 19. Daddy was president in my crazy old dream, and there was no one in the White House except for him and me, but this house was not made out of trembling dominoes or a deck of cards. The chairs in this house were hard and solid, like the foundation of 2 people who had finally learned how to love each other. And we walked around that White House sharing secrets and exploring hidden rooms like a daddy and his daughter watching cartoons when she was 9. And I was suddenly transported to a time when our relationship was not a broken watch. My father was a man who knew me and loved me and showed me it was so. And I don't know how we ended up in the White House backyard, but we were having such a good time. We must have been caught off guard because a lion sprang out of nowhere and tried to attack. But my daddy, y'all, the man I haven't trusted my heart with in 15 years, had my back. My daddy fought that lion for me. And I know it's just a dream and it might not make any sense, but as of that Tuesday and ever since, something in me has shifted. And maybe y'all missed it, but 2 little girls who finally look like me just might be in a White House playing hide and seek with their daddy. And I never thought that was plausible. So I'm going to call my father tonight. I'm going to tell him I love him, believe that he will return those words and mean it, because I woke up this morning certain that anything is possible.